Hey, what's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas. I will have this video up today. I have to edit it. It's actually, right now, it's 1:12, so hopefully I have this up in the next hour. I have some new equipment. I was going to try it out. I am trying out a few new lighting things I have. I have some wireless mics and stuff like that that I can do out in the field. But I'm having a little trouble getting to work with my Note 10 that I'm actually filming on now. The wireless mics work with my GoPros, all the other stuff that I have, but it's not working with my Note 10, and I think I know why. It's a switch that Note 10 did, or Samsung did. So, anyways, I want to get to the questions and answers. I told you guys I'm going to get it out on Christmas, so here it is. I only got like 6 to 7 questions, but some of them get into depth. I did have 29 questions sent to me. I will be doing another one. I will be doing these once a month. So I might throw in a question on other videos, like one question, a question of the video or something like that. And then once a month, I'll do question and answers like this. So let's just dive right into it. The first question I chose was from Steve, and it says, what made you start YouTube and when did I start it? Okay, or when did you start it? I started YouTube back in 2007, 2008. I really didn't do much with it, but the first few months I did it. John and I we own Pro Herps. Now he's the sole owner, but I videotaped everything that we had, everything we produced, everything we bought. I mean, I kind of brought everyone along the journey, and it started taking off pretty big. And that's when I did it. The reason I did it was a friend of mine, Al Caritz, Viper Keeper, was doing YouTube, and there's no one really else doing YouTube. And I said, I would like to do that. And it's true, that's what it was. Viper Keeper kind of propelled me to do YouTube at the time. And I really liked what he was doing with Venomous, and I was a Venomous keeper, and I took video of my rattlesnakes to my cobras to my gaboons, my boom slings, my mangroves, you name it. I took video. The sad thing is that account is now gone. Back in around 2010, beginning 2011, there was some bot or some type of thing that was breaking in people's accounts, deleting it all, and then putting one video up. And there was no way for me to recover them videos at the time. I have them. They're all on a hard drive that actually went bad through traveling. Hard drives aren't meant to bounce around. I moved a few times, and it doesn't spin up. But there's so many hours. I'm talking hours upon hours upon hours, and all my original videos are on there. So one day when I can get that recovered, I'm going to try to attempt to get that recovered and throw back some videos. So that's when I started, and the reason I started. The next question is, what is your favorite animal to work with? My favorite animal, if it goes reptiles, I'm going to just say leopard geckos. Leopard geckos all the way. That's what I do now. There's other leopard gecko species, or not leopard gecko species, other gecko species that I do enjoy working with, but it always comes back to leopard geckos. But favorite animal from all time, what's my favorite animal? It's really a simple answer. I love dogs. I can no longer own dogs because my daughter is allergic to dogs, and so that will never happen, and I'll never own a dog now because she wouldn't be able to come over and visit us even when she was an adult unless something changes. But I love working with canines. It was fun for me. I love dogs, and I know it's a pretty big cop-out for one of my favorite animals to work with, but a canine, and then probably leopard geckos. Now, if you go into the venomous world, people are going to say it's going to be anything arboreal. I love my boom slings and my waggler eyes, stuff like that. Anything arboreal when it came to venomous. And then it kind of leads me into Stephanie's question. It says, do you still keep venomous? And no, I do not keep venomous at this time. Any video or any clips or any pictures you see is from my past. I haven't kept venomous in going on 10 years. The reason I don't keep venomous is not if they get out and bite my daughter or bite my wife, is if I'm bit and something happens to me, what do they do with the collection? I would leave the burden on them. So that's the main reason I don't work with venomous snakes. When you work with venomous snakes, mistakes do happen. I know there's people out there that have not been bit, but the tall tale is it's not if you get bit, it's when you get bit. So things do happen. No matter what, things can happen. So I don't want to leave that burden on them. If I'm bit, I want to take the proper way of doing things, and right now it just doesn't fit what we're doing. So anything you see is from the past. My buddy Wally asks, what is your favorite classic Leo morph? Now, this is a really tough question, and you know this is a tough question. It's not a real big time classic, but I'm a Bellobino person all the way. I love Bellobino. I love everything that mixes with Bellobino and how it enhances the color. I'm a Bellobino freak, but if we go back even farther, if people don't know, Bellobino is the newest albino of all the albinos. There's Rainwater or Las Vegas, Tremper, and some people still call it Texas, but it's a Tremper albino, and then we got Bellobino. And they're named after the people that, founded them, Mark and Kim Bell, Rainwater in Las Vegas. That's another name for Rainwater's Las Vegas. And then Tremper was Ron Tremper. But if we go past the albino thing, the thing that really got me into leopard geckos, the thing that really drew my attention when I first started was creamsicles. Them, if people don't know, are super hypotangerine carrot tails mixed with Mac Snow. I was introduced to them as codominant snow, but it was a Mac Snow. And you can do that. The original creamsicles were super hypotangerine carrot tail snows, but now people just call, anything with tangerine and snow kind of gets called a creamsicle. But a creamsicle has a special place in my heart. It's a gecko that I love to work with, and I work with to this day. I just don't call them creamsicles. They're just tang snows. Some people will notice some of the stuff I produce. They're like, that looks like your old stuff. And it is. So creamsicle, it holds a special place in my heart, and always will. John, without an H, I had to put that in as Jon. But John said, what is the reason for breeding in with so many others doing it? Why am I breeding with so many others? I'm a firm believer, and you can ask anyone at reptile shows, you can ask anyone at, that talks to me. I don't have competition. And that's not me saying I'm better than everybody else. I just don't view people as competition. I want them to do just as well as I do. I breed because I enjoy it. And I love working with the animals. I love raising the animals. And I honestly feel I can offer something a little bit different than the next guy. And I'm not saying that, again, I'm not better than them. It's just, if you like what I'm going for, you can purchase from me. But if you like what, say, Wally's doing, you could purchase from him. And you can ask Wally. I send people to Wally all the time. I'm like, oh, here, this is what you're looking for. And that's the way I feel. I'm not one of them people, and I never have been, to say, oh, that guy over there is breeding leopard geckos and he's so much worse than I am. I got better leopard geckos. I literally breed my leopard geckos for the look I enjoy, and I put them out there, and you guys make the decision if you like that look. But the reason I breed it is because I just enjoy it. It's soothing to me. When I'm having a bad day, I can just engulf myself in geckos for a half hour to an hour, and I feel better. That's the best reason I can think of, that, without getting more in depth and saying, well, at this time of my life, geckos got me out of it, and this type. But it's just, I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy working with animals, and hopefully in 2020, that is all I'll be doing, is working with animals. Now, Big Reptile Man, I don't know your name, so if you want to shoot me your name, Big Reptile Man off of Twitter sent me, why don't you breed snakes anymore? Buddy, I wish I did, and I got to get my computer back up. It went to sleep. I wish I did, but I do have some snakes. I do, but I don't breed them on the level I used to. I don't have any venomous snakes. I don't have any projects like that. And the reason is leopard geckos kind of engulfed what I like and where I was going, and other gecko species now, and now frogs. I'm starting to get into frogs pretty heavy. There are some snakes that I want to breed in the future, and you guys will see it. But I'm not going to be that person that jumps in a ball python thinking I'm going to make $1 million. There are some ball pythons that I do like. But they're not worth anything. Um, they're not, like everything I produce. Everyone's like, well, you could have made this, and it's worth more money. And it's not why I breed. I don't breed to make the most money. I breed to breed what I like. But I do miss snakes. I do. And I bet you, I don't know who you are, a big reptile man, but since you know that I bred snakes, I'm sure I know you, or I recognize your name if you let me know. So message me your name. But I do miss the snakes, and I should have some stuff in the future. I just have to move my facility into a bigger place. Geckos take up a lot of room for me. And then the last question here is kind of hard. I almost, didn't pick this one. I was going to pick something easier, but I decided to pick this one, and it's still going to be hard to answer. I thought about it for a little bit. Sam asked me, what do you feel your biggest accomplishment you have done in the hobby? Back in the day, I used to, fight the bills and get signatures and stuff like that. And I still don't feel that's my biggest accomplishment. My biggest accomplishment, in my opinion, is pushing everyone else and showing off everyone else's stuff. And when I'm at a reptile show, I'm not just saying, hey, this is my stuff. I'm walking them to people's tables, and I'm showing these people that there can be a world without hate in the reptile world. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you that everyone hates me and that everyone should like me. There's going to be people that don't like me. But my whole goal is to show the person that there's a world that there isn't hate, and we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to engulf ourselves in the hate world. We can have a reptile show with 50 different breeders, and we all get along. And we can have YouTube channels that don't need to bash other YouTube channels, and we got we can do a thumbs up on their videos. We don't have to thumb down it and make bad comments on it. We can support each other, and that's my biggest accomplishment in my opinion. Now, I have gotten to the point where I've called out people and in light of everyone else, and on the social media I've called people out, and I was wrong in a point. I was wrong. I should have called them out privately. But that's my biggest accomplishment. I always stay positive. And when it comes down to it, that's what we all need to do, is be positive and push the positivity and push our hobby. Because when it comes down to it, if we're fighting ourselves, we're not fighting against the people that want to take our rights away. And it's not even a right, it's a privilege to own animals, but they're going to take that away from us. And they try every day, guys. Every single day, every single week, they're trying to take our animals away from us. And not many people know that. So you're going to see me, like, I'll give you an example. And I was going to start a reptile show in Green Bay. And I wanted it to be a monthly show. I still feel very strongly that Wisconsin can, sustain a monthly show. But I wanted to do a monthly show. I was putting a lot of time into it. I didn't start talking about it until it was months away. And I have a friend that didn't say nothing to me either, and he started one. But it's not a monthly, it's a quarter, or every quarter, every couple months, every 3 months. And instead of me saying, well, screw you, I'm going to do mine still, and we're going to, duke it out and ruin it, I'm throwing all my support with him, 100%. And I'm not mad at him for starting a show. I am so happy. He is doing such a great job. The Green Bay Reptile Expo is so big, and his first one was, you guys, I could not imagine a first show going better. I mean, he had 900 people walk through the door. All the vendors were happy. He was happy, and it wasn't about the money brought in. It was the atmosphere that he created. And there was two options that I could have done. I could have said, well, I'm going to put everything in going against you. And I could have ruined everything for two, where I could have put a line in the sand and said, you're either with me or you're against me. We're going to do this and do that. Or I could have said, hey, guess what? Let's support each other and let's go do this show. And that's what I wanted to do. It wasn't about me putting my name on a show. I just thought there should be one. He created it. And it's amazing. And that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes pride gets in the way of people. And I think that's my biggest accomplishment is, being able to put aside pride sometimes and supporting other people for doing something that they're doing great and they're doing a wonderful job. Or this kid over here's made a leopard gecko and not putting it down, helping him and saying how awesome it is that he bred leopard geckos and he's raising them. And my buddy over here's doing a YouTube channel too. And you got to support that, you guys. You have to support it. I mean, like my buddy Wally, he does isopod vlogs, and I'm addicted to them because he got me addicted to isopods. And I work so much, you guys. I work so much, and it's like I can't show my support like I want to. But hopefully, 2020 is going to change that, and I can get back into things. But my biggest accomplishment is the hobby's accomplishments and me enjoying it. There's nothing I've really done personally for the hobby that makes you blow anyone's mind. I just am me, and I got people that come up to me and say, "Oh, you did this for me," and I'm like, "Well, thank you, but you took the step." And there's just so much more to the hobby than what we can even show you on YouTube, and it's support, guys. So if you can put a thumbs up on someone's video that they shared of their friends, or subscribe and watch their videos, you never know, you might like them videos. A thumbs up, a like on their channel, a subscription really goes a far way for someone that does content creation. I'm telling you. And I'm not even telling you have to like my stuff. You don't. But check out everyone's stuff. Check out Wally's channel is amazing. Wally does such a good job. And there's another channel, and I'm gonna rack my brain with it until I think of it, but I can't think of it. He does geckos and crested geckos and stuff like that, and it's an amazing channel. Then I got a magician that does locks, puzzles that I watch all the time. It's not just reptile stuff. It's just little stuff like that. And I got a friend that does video game stuff, retro video game gamer, just another retro video gamer. He does videos on reviewing video games, and I like them, and I always watch them. I always make sure I watch their videos. So support is probably my biggest accomplishment, is supporting the community to support. So I want to thank you guys for, if you're tuning in on Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you're tuning in afterwards, still Merry Christmas. The New Year's coming up. I do want to tell you guys about a few things happening with OE, or Orner Exotics. We are going to be doing the radio show here very, very soon. I started the YouTube. I was going to start everything in 2020. 2020, the radio show is going to be starting. Guys, I do have another big thing that I cannot really tell you everything about, but Animal Treasure Films is going to be bigger than I thought if everything falls into place. I am really going to put my heart and soul into that, guys. I want to show you guys through my eyes what I enjoy and what I love about wildlife. I want to shoot animals with all my cameras. That's what I want to do. So the radio show is going to be coming, guys. I promise you. I already have episodes planned. I got my mics, I got my headsets, I got my whole studio set up for it. We are going to be doing radio show. You guys are going to be able to call in. We're going to have 5 lines. You guys can call in. We can do interviews. We can do chats. You name it. We're going to do it. They're hour-long episodes. I do not have the funds to make them 2-hour-long episodes right now, but I could change this in the near future, where we get off the server that I am on and go back to my own server. And then I got to figure out the phone thing, because then I need 5 phone lines, 6 phone lines, different phone lines. Right now I'm kind of renting phone lines and stuff like that. But OE radio is going to happen. For everyone else wanting to know about the geckos and continuing on, I know I've done a couple of these and a couple of lives. They are coming, guys. I am filming every day. I am doing something every single day. The breeding season is starting, and you guys are going to come along the journey. And you guys are going to come along the journey with frogs. You're going to come along the journey with the turtles and the geckos and the few snakes I have, if not more, in the future. So, guys, it's going to be a fun year, I promise you. So, I'm going to go edit this video. I promise you it's going to go up today. It's 20 minutes long already, so I appreciate you guys sticking by and watching it. Remember the one thing I said on the last video, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to run a contest. So share my channel, give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, make it ring, and we're going to have fun in 2020. Guys, I'm out.